Joe, and what do you know? Welcome to T's Multiverse. I'm your host, Tyrus, and today is a very special episode because this review has been a long time coming. I've been looking forward to getting around to finally reviewing one of my all-time favorite characters, folks. This is a character for me as a kid that I looked up to so much. Today, we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Spirit Iron Knife character. Now, this character here, man, he means so much to me because as a kid, he brought me so much comfort. You know, he was my road dog. You know, and when I say road dog, you know, I had the original Spirit character as a kid, and I was just so blown away with the character. I thought he was just so interesting. And this is before I got a chance to really watch him in the cartoons. And I would just take this character everywhere I went. As a kid, if we were going to the stores, I would have this character with me in the car, trips, anything like that. He was my road dog. He was the character that I would take along with me, along with one other one. I got a cameo. We got a cameo coming in this episode. So this was my other road dog here, and it was the Leech from the Masters of the Universe collection. So these were my road dogs right here. So I would take Leech and Spirit with me as a kid. Leech, I would stick him to the windshield because I thought that was just the coolest thing. And then Spirit was just so awesome. But, you know, I just admired this character as a kid. Looking back now, I understand why. You know, not only, you know, of course he could do, you know, spectacular things. He had, you know, a high level of skills and everything. And he was so mysterious because he had superhuman abilities. He could heal. He had the power to heal people. Of course, the physical traits that he had and all the skills that he had were impressive. And, you know, as a kid, you always was like, man, look at all the stuff that he can do. But the thing that I was always drawn to is in how he carried himself. You know, he was selfless. He was noble. He was honorable. He had a sense of inner peace about him. You know, and I always liked that. He cared about others. He was proud of his heritage. He was proud of where he came from. He was proud of his people. And that showed. And then so he had all those traits on top of all of those skills he had as a G.I. Joe, because he was like one of the best G.I. Joe characters ever created. I mean, skill wise, he was right there. And then on top of that, all those other traits that he had really, you know, appealed to me. Even as a kid, I was just so impressed, and just I looked up to those traits that he had, you know. And to this day, I appreciate this character. I appreciate them making the character the way they made him, because, you know, as you get older, you see things and you was like, man, I like that, and I still appreciate these things to this day. So when they announced that they're finally going to be doing a Spirit character, I was just through the roof with excitement. It's just one of those bucket list items, folks. This is it right here. You know, I checked this off my list because as a collector, when I started collecting, I was like, there's certain figures that I definitely wanted as a part of my collection, and this was one of them here. And they knocked it out of the park. The Spirit figure, I mean, from the accessories to how he looks overall. You know, I want to kind of pull him close to the camera here. They absolutely nail every aspect of the Spirit character. And another thing that I really appreciate from the G.I. Joe Classified team is the fact that they honored, you know, the heritage and who he was through the art that's on the packaging for Spirit. I'm enjoying all of the art that they're supplying all of the characters, you know, throughout the line, you know, with their packaging. I mean, I think that's something that speaks volume to what the characters are. So here's the packaging for Spirit, and, you know, I just love the art that they utilize for the character, man. It really speaks to who and what he is, you know, his heritage, his roots, and everything. And I just think they really did an excellent job of paying homage to the character through art. You know, I love art. So, you know, to see different styles of art displayed from package to package, it's always exciting for me with this G.I. Joe Classified line. So I appreciate them doing that. So they did an excellent job with that. But again, man, this character is just fantastic, man. I mean, throughout everything, every detail, every design, this is Spirit. I understand, where they were going with this character and what they did with him. They paid homage to the original costume, and it seems like they kind of like added little flashes of new things to the character too. But you understand where that this is Spirit. They did not deviate and try to make him too modern or anything like that. They really stayed with the whole classic aesthetic of who Spirit is. And I couldn't say enough about this character. This is a special episode for me because, like I said, this character meant a lot to me growing up, and it still means that much more to me as an adult. So this is a big time, item for me as a collector and as a GI Joe fan. And the articulation for all of the characters for the GI Joe classifieds are always solid. I mean, you have no issues articulating these guys. I mean, they have double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, and everything. The Marvel Legends and the GI Joe classifieds, you really never have any issues articulating the characters. I mean, they have no problem. They have a nice ab crunch here. You can go all the way down. You can go all the way back. Nice head rotation here. Even with the hair, nothing's deterring the articulation with the head. You can go down. You can go up. Again, nice articulation in the arms. He has the butterfly joints here as well. So nice articulation in the wrist. Just an awesome figure all the way around, man. I mean, there's really nothing you can say but just admire the detail and the design. And also they have that little drop down articulation too for that extra articulation as well. There's boot swivel. So that's another thing the Marvel Legends characters give you is that boot swivel as well. So you got a lot of nice articulation with this figure as well. And then on top of that, the accessories. Now if you follow this channel, you all know that I love accessories. So this thing comes packed with accessories. And that's the one thing the GI Joe classifieds, they never skip out on, is those accessories. I mean, you get working, see, it says we have a working sheath here, up here on the chest area. We have a working, gun holster here. We have another working sheath here on the little side leg here. I mean, there's just working areas all the way around. He has a peg for a backpack. So we're going to test all that out right now. So let's get it going, man, because he has tons of accessories. But before we get to the weapons, let's get to Spirit's friend and comrade. We got to go to Freedom because he comes with his friend Freedom. So this is a character that plays a huge part within the whole Spirit mythology, and that is, Freedom. And they did a good job. Freedom, he has articulated wings. That's pretty cool. Head's articulated as well. Feet is articulated. And then Spirit also has these little pegs that will peg into his forearm area. So they did a good job of rigging that up for this figure too. Freedom also has interchangeable wings, which is pretty cool. So we have these two wings, nice design here throughout, okay, that we can switch out for our Freedom character. So we're going to place these in here, and they peg in easily. And there we go. Real easy. So I like that. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to just peg in. Let's see how this works with his little gauntlet area here. Oh, head fell off. He didn't need his head. All right, so let's peg this back on in. All right, Freedom. All right, so let's try to peg this into the arm and see how that works. I think this was just like the coolest idea. All right, so I have Freedom pegged into Spirit's forearm gauntlet, and it looks good. I love this. This was an awesome idea by the classified team. Again, this is a dream come true for me being such a big Spirit fan and such a big G.I. Joe fan, folks. I mean, this is awesome. Now, along with the Freedom character, again, this Spirit comes with tons of accessories. So he has his backpack here, which they did an excellent job with. Nice, simple detail and design. You're utilizing a beige color palette. This is a beige brownish, maybe green. I'm bad with colors, y'all, but this is like a beige color palette that it utilizes along with black. And what I also like about this backpack is the fact that you can also place Freedom here on top of this area. So you can peg his little feet into this area, and then he can kind of stand up atop of the backpack that Spirit is wearing. So I like that idea as well. And also, Spirit comes with this little rifle as well. It's a little sniper rifle. Nice design and color for that as well. Has a little area where you can peg the little blast effect if you have that. I know G.I. Joe Classified, they're starting to package blast effects with some of their figures, so that's awesome, but they did a good job with this here. So I like that. And he also comes with 2 knives. So he has this knife here. I love the detail on this one. This looks good, y'all. This really looks awesome. Okay, and then he has one that's just all black. And then Spirit also has his pistol. So nice pistol, all black as well. Oh, yeah. That turns Freedom's head there. Oh, that was an awesome idea of utilizing, the backpack as an area to house the Freedom character. You can have him perched here on the backpack, or you can have him on his little arm gauntlet. I think that gives you really a lot of nice options. This Spirit character has it all, folks. I love it. It's again, this is a bucket list item for me as a G.I. Joe fan. Excellent figure. Very impressed with this G.I. Joe Classified line as a whole. I mean, the distribution, started off really shaky, but lately we've been getting a lot of G.I. Joe Classifieds in a little bit better. I have all of the figures that I've wanted thus far in this line. I'm waiting for Dusty and Zorana. Hopefully they'll be coming out soon, but we got Storm Shadow, the Crimson Twins, Stalker, Crop Master. So it seems like we're getting a lot of G.I. Joe Classifieds in. So overall, excellent figure, and I'm very happy with the Spirit as well as the Freedom figure. More G.I. Joe Classified reviews to come, so stay tuned. Well, let's get on to the next. And here for comparison, along with our Spirit figure, we have his comrade in arms, his Joe buddies, starting with Breaker. Then up next, we have Barbecue. Then we have the silent one, Snake Eyes. And up next, we have the highly skilled Redhead, Scarlet. And up next, we have the gourmet cooking, the ever rhyming, the heavy artillery toting, Roadblock. And last but not least, we have the classic retro carded Gung-Ho. Yo, Joe. All right, folks, it looks like the Joe base has been infiltrated by a certain ninja that Spirit may just have to deal with. So stay tuned for that, folks. But thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed the review. Definitely stay tuned for more G.I. Joe Classified reviews. This is just the beginning. We have Stalker coming up. We have the Crimson Twins, as well as the Crimson Guard, Crop Master, as well as a particular ninja that you see in the background. So I'm going to let you figure out who that is. But I am having a blast with these G.I. Joe Classified figures. Spirit is just so near and dear to me, folks. This was a very special episode for me. Again, I hope you all enjoyed this. Also, folks, be sure to comment below, share your thoughts. I always look forward to interacting with you all. That engagement definitely helps the channel. But definitely share your thoughts. I definitely look forward to seeing what you got to say about these G.I. Joe Classifieds, as well as everything else that's going on in the world of geekdom. So definitely be sure to comment below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, folks. And until next time, be good to one another. Be safe, stay tuned, and always remember that knowing is half the battle, folks. And man, it looks like it's on between Spirit and a certain ninja that's infiltrated the G.I. Joe base. Until next time, bye for now.